the emperor's new clothes. "Someone needs to tell the emperor," cried the chancellor. "The exchequer has no more money. He bought clothes with it all." But the soldier guarding the door to the emperor's bedroom wouldn't let the chancellor in. "I'm sorry, your majesty, but the emperor is back in his closet picking out clothes. You cannot enter." The door then flew open and the emperor and the prime minister walked in. "I can't see anyone today. I'm sorry. I have nothing to put on." "Oh, there you are, chancellor. Put another 10 to the taxes. I need to get a new suit." "But, your majesty, you already have a lot of clothes and I can't raise income taxes again. People have no more money to pay." The emperor said, "I don't care. Give me another. I'm in charge. I can do whatever I want." No one could say anything against that. So, when 2 foreigners said they were tailors when they showed up at the palace gates that day, they were let in to see the emperor. The tailors said that they made the best clothes in the world out of the most beautiful and delicate fabric. "Where did you get this? Let me see it. Show it to me," said the emperor. One of the tailors said, "We haven't made it yet. You give us the materials, a loom, and a big, well-lit room and we'll start weaving. We only provide the skill and the magic." "Magic? Magic? What magic?" said the emperor with a smile. "No one who is mean or stupid, who isn't good at their job, or who doesn't deserve to be in the royal household will be able to see the cloth we weave." "Really?" the emperor exclaimed. "Amazing! Wonderful! Start right now. I'll wear them tomorrow to the city's big parade." "Give these men everything they need, Chancellor." He walked quickly back up to his dressing room. The tailors were taken to a large, comfortable room in the palace and told to start working on the big loom. But all they did was sit down on the royal chairs and put their feet up. And when the materials like silk, mohair, pearls, and cloth of gold came, they hid them. The emperor sat on his throne and thought about the beautiful fabric that was being made downstairs. He suddenly smiled wickedly. "I'll use this chance to find out if any of my ministers are mean, stupid, or not fit for their jobs." So he sent someone to get the chancellor. "Ask how long it will take to finish. Then come back and tell me what you think of it. You might not see anything at all, though." So he knocked on the door of the sewing room and one of the tailors opened it. "Please come in, Chancellor. It's almost done, as you can see." The big weaving loom stood in the middle of the room. It was empty. He just stood there and looked at it. "What?" he asked himself. "Am I stupid? Am I unfit for my job? Nothing is visible. This is terrible," he mumbled. Very nice, lovely. I like the pattern," he said. One of the tailors said, "I can tell you have good taste. Tell the emperor that his clothes will be ready early tomorrow, but we need some cloth of gold." So the chancellor went back to the emperor, shaking and almost crying. Well, how does it look?" "Oh, superb, sire. I've never seen anything quite like it." The emperor rubbed his hands together with joy as he thought about his new clothes, and he told himself that he had done the right thing by choosing the chancellor. Good man, good man. Now send the archbishop to look at my new clothes." Archbishop was sent inside to see the magic at work on the loom. After him, it was the prime minister's turn, and then it was the commander-in-chief of the army. Everyone looked at the empty loom and thought how terrible it was that there was no beautiful cloth on it. "Am I mean?" the archbishop asked himself. The prime minister thought, "Am I an idiot?" The commander-in-chief of the army thought, "Am I the wrong person for this job?" They all put their hands up and looked at the cloth to hide their doubts. "I like the edges a lot," the archbishop said. "Those are some strange colours," the prime minister said. "That is truly excellent," said the head of the military. They all went upstairs to tell the emperor how great the fabric was. The emperor then went downstairs to get measured for his new clothes. But as soon as he walked into the room, he felt scared. "Oh my word! I can't see a single thread. Am I meaner or dumber than all of my ministers combined? Or am I not good enough to rule? No one should find out that I can't see the magic cloth." The tailors were busy unrolling tape measures as they asked the king, "What do you think of it, your majesty?" Splendid. Yes, that's great," he stuttered in a sad way. And, to make it look like they were measuring the emperor, they stripped him down to his underwear and put the loose cloth on him. He stood in front of the mirror like a king. He thought, "Well, they think I'm dressed, so I must be." "You can feel the quality," one tailor said. "You know, it's all lined up," said the other. "We're going to work all night to make sure they fit perfectly." Of course, the two tailors did nothing. They simply slept. The next morning, when it was time to get dressed, the emperor walked to their room. While his courtiers watched and clapped, he got dressed. The chancellor, who wanted to keep his job, said, "Your Majesty, you look magnificent." "I have to say, very royal," the archbishop said. The prime minister said, "The people will love it." The chief of staff said, "The buckles are pretty." The whole city knew about the emperor's magical clothes. People were gathering outside the palace and lining the streets, waiting to see the emperor in all his glory. Children with flags in their hands sat on their dad's shoulders. Everyone had come to see how the emperor looked in his new clothes. The emperor's procession moved through the streets slowly and solemnly, led by a royal banner and a group of trumpeters. Everyone knew that the magic doth could not be seen by anyone who was mean, stupid, or not good at their job. No one wanted to say they were that, though. The crowd cheered. Hooray, hooray! But there were a lot of sad faces because people thought they were meaner or less smart than everyone else. "Are you able to see them?" "Well, I can see them, of course. Do you think I'm an idiot?" Back at the palace, the two clever tailors secretly packed up their rich materials, rode as fast as their horses could go, and left the city. The emperor bowed to the right and left and wished that the magic cloth wasn't so beautiful and light. It was very cold outside. He also wished that the magic boots weren't so thin. The sharp rocks in the road hurt his feet. "Look, look," a dad told his young son. "The emperor is on his way." "Daddy, which one is he? The one with all the nice clothes?" "But Daddy, he's not wearing anything. Look, he's getting cold. Why doesn't he have anything on?" People in the crowd around the boys stared at him. "I apologize," the child's father said. "He's too young to know any better." "You mean he's too young to be tricked?" his mother said. "The emperor has no clothes on. Someone is making the emperor look like a fool. Us too." One by one, people in the crowd figured out that the people on either side of them couldn't see the new clothes any better than they could. "Can you see them?" "Of course I can't. Do you think I'm an idiot?" "The emperor has no clothes on," they yelled. "The emperor isn't wearing anything." The emperor turned red with shame. He had been tricked by the tailors, and now he was walking around in front of everyone with nothing on. The poor emperor turned around and ran back to the palace. He never bought new clothes again.